Hello, Louisiana Beer Reviews, Sweetwater, Pineapple IPA.
Yes, this is coming in at 6.1% alcohol. This is out of the Atlanta, Georgia area. And this one is a extra type one called Goin Coastal. G-O-I-N Coastal. Alright, so I haven't had this one. You haven't had it. This came out of a variety pack with 4 others. So there's
3 others, yeah.
Yes, four different flavors in the variety pack. So we're gonna taste this, see what it's all about. Ooh, man, that's foamy, frothy. But it's a good thing for you that foam turns into beer.
Yeah.
Man, look at that. On the second beer, it's like that too.
Back around 11 years ago, we used to get Sweetwater in Louisiana, and then they kind of faded away. But we definitely do not get this variety pack here.
No.
You can get it on a road trip, I suppose.
Yep.
Well, obviously you can. So it's a thick off-white head and a golden appearance, hazy. There's a lot of
slightly opaque,
and there's sediment galore in this thing. There's just like gunks of obviously pineapple and maybe yeast. It's bottle can conditioned, so that means they're using live yeast, so it's fermenting in the can.
and I guess that's why it's got such a large head on it.
Yeah, because it's alive.
It's taking a long time to go down.
It's living, you know.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's like a big old lemon meringue top. I used this expression in several beers that we tried, where it's so thick it's almost like a meringue.
So if you take issue with sediment in your beer, don't buy this because it's going to be throughout. It's chunky.
Yeah, that's good with the more formally known as, or more commonly known as bottle condition. So.
Right, but now it's all canned condition because all the cans they're using. You can shake it a little bit, like Taylor Swift would say, "Shake it up, shake it up."
Well, she's in your crosshairs in the last few days, huh? You mustn't agree with some of the comments she's been saying.
No, I don't agree with them. I just noticed them. Okay, so meringue.
Yeah, this one's taking a long time to go down.
If you don't like foam, don't buy this.
No, and must have lots of patience, one grasshopper.
All you gotta do is just tip it. The liquid will come underneath the foam. All right, it smells like pineapple.
Mm-hmm. And soap. For some reason, my whole glass smells like soap.
I don't know about the soap, but pineapple, yeah. All right, taste. Cheers. Yeah, pineapple and cereal grain. Simple as that.
Yep.
You go to the grocery store, go to the breakfast cereal aisle, cereal grain, add some pineapple, you got it.
What would you, if you had to guess at 6.1, what would you say the IBUs on this? I'd say they're kind of low.
6.1?
6.1% alcohol.
I was looking at this website since we were doing one of the other ones the other day, and I think they're all kind of low, but I don't, I didn't memorize.
I'd say this is probably in the 30s.
Yeah, probably about 35.
Range.
Probably about 35. I did look this up actually, but
it's kind of.
This company is from 1997, so they're not even 30 years old. New company. They got bought out by a cannabis distribution company.
Who?
What did they call that? A dispensary company?
No, legal pot dealers.
Yeah, what happened was they thought they were going to make a bundle of money on cannabis, and they didn't really make any money, so they just started investing in beer. Because the government licensed places you're talking about, the price was so high, that people were like, well, I could just keep buying it from like Jerry down the street.
That's usually what they do, is that they'll go ahead and get these cards from of course the government pushers sell them cards, and then they tell them where to go buy their pot from, And this is all a big system. Government wouldn't be doing it or allowing it to happen if they're not making money on it. So they're making money, and so what they'll do is they'll just continue to buy it illegally. Which I don't really see how do you make something illegal if you're gonna turn around and make it legal? That doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
I'm not. Let's get this straight. First and foremost, I'm not for any avocation of any of this consumption of this stuff in any way. So I just want to get that out there straight. My point is that you can't tell somebody to do something or not do something if you're going to turn around and not do it or do it yourself.
Yeah.
Say as I do, not as I do.
Yeah, but I think the company here, they thought they were going to make a bundle of money on it, and it didn't really pan out, so they just focus on beer, which people are going to buy from the grocery store. They're not going to buy beer from a dude on the street.
Right.
Okay, so yeah, it tastes pretty good. Is it remarkable? No.
No.
Is it bad? No. Is it average? Regular? Yeah.
I think it's actually below average because the IBUs is so low.
It's kind of like a lot of the stuff we've been getting around here from like...
it's like a pale ale. It's not even like an IPA.
Oh, no, it's no kind of IPA. Everything's an IPA today.
It's a flavored pale ale.
Everything's an IPA today.
They ramp up the alcohol, call it an IPA, and put minimal hops in it.
I could start naming companies right around our area that are producing the same kind of stuff. It's all kind of just like you say, what and what. It's okay. It's just in a pack, and it's all the same. But is it something you want to track down? Clearly, it's not.
No. As a public service to everyone out there, if you see it and you can get it at a good price, whatever, pick it up. It's even the hops are kind of strange tasting to me a little bit.
It's like 3 out of 5 sugar cubes on sweetness, and it's like 3 out of 5 hop cones. It's the same old story every time. It's like
it's
even.
Pithy. I'd like to challenge somebody to let us know what hop out there tastes like pith, because this has got pith in it. What hop are they using? And it's quite a few beers out there, and it tastes like pith.
It's probably a hop variety known as wholesale commodity. Wholesale commodity.
I'm trying to figure out what pith this is. It's not grapefruit pith. It's almost like.
It's really funny to me.
It's they're poor hops. They're just not any good.
It's really funny to me because 30 years ago, people would say to us, "You need to stop drinking that yellow fizzy stuff like Schaefer and Budweiser and Miller High Life and Pabst Blue Ribbon. Try all these craft beers because they don't taste the same as those." So then we got into it, and I was like trying all these different ones. It was so exciting. Mm-hmm. But now, 30 years later, all of the craft beers taste the same. They're like all the same.
Yeah, and then when you go back to the yellow fizzies that everybody says don't try, you can actually taste the difference between them.
But you remember what I'm talking about, like in the mid-90s?
Yeah. That's when craft beer started coming around. We see it like, was it the mid-90s or the 2000s? Yeah,
no, in the 90s, like we used to get, I kept all the bottles I had. Except
Full Sail. We used to get Full Sail.
We got a lot from Louisiana, Rick and Jack's, and here, hold on.
Well, I wasn't drinking them back then. I was still on regular beer. Maybe
okay,
you
let me
were.
show you. Yeah, I'll show you.
Nah, I wasn't drinking those. Like Coney Island, we get that in. That was pretty good. Shipyard beers came in. Was it green? Not green.
Yeah, so I bought these in '96, and I should have saved those Simpatico from Minnesota. Simpatico is the black bottle. This was Days Golden Ale. I'm sorry, Golden Lager from Marrero, Louisiana. Day, and he's still in the beer industry. You remember Sunny Day? That guy Sunny Day?
Yeah.
He had his own little beer company, but it didn't make it. All right, so then we had Rick and Jack's American Ale.
Yeah, well, that's because he didn't open an outlet and have hippie kids come in with their dogs and.
Jackson, Louisiana.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just sold it in the stores.
Yeah,
like
and next thing
National
you
Canal
you
Brewery.
didn't create a playground for the kids to come in while the parents are sitting there getting drunk on craft beer.
No, he just had it at, like I said, National Canal
But
Brewery,
dude,
the real
it's cool.
superstore.
It's cool. You could bring the kids in, you know? Bring the kids in.
The kids.
I never heard anything like that.
Old Hardhead Scottish style ale from Rick and Jack's.
Yep.
I bought these back in the mid-90s, 96. And, but this was back when they didn't even have the ABV on the bottles because they weren't really allowed to put ABV. So,
Remember the Covington Beer Company? Horn and Brew or Horn and Blue? Oh, you got it? You got a bottle? They were good, but they were too much direct competition, very close to the Beta company. They were probably within miles, 3-4 miles.
oh yeah, they were
of each
right
other.
down the street. You talking about, they were called, there was the guy.
Horn and Brew or
It was
something
the
like
guy
that.
that was, he was from Dixie, and after Dixie got blown up by the Katrina, then he went work for them.
Yeah. Old
remember
Covington.
this?
Yep. Old Covington. Yep, that's the company. The Horner Brew or Corner Brew.
He
or
made
something like that.
German beers. It was called, I can't remember. I'll remember when the video
It was
is over.
Horner Brew or something like that. Horner Brew or Corner Brew.
Heinerbräu.
Horner Brew, yeah.
Heiner.
That's it.
And that was the guy, he was from Dixie, and then he just left Louisiana and moved to British Columbia. But craft brewed, local, genuine flavor. This company, they didn't make it, but this was back when craft beers tasted like different.
Yeah.
All right, anyway.
Yeah, now they all got this. They must be passing around a recipe or something.
Okay, how do you...
Or they might be using AI now to teach them, tell them how to do it.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, they talk on their phone. Hey.
Even Dixie had unique beers back before Katrina, like
Sure did.
the Crimson Voodoo. Remember the red ale, the
Yep.
Crimson Voodoo?
Yep, I remember that. And they also had the blackened voodoo.
Yeah, that didn't taste like regular old stuff. And they even had a white chocolate beer, but that was
Yeah, well,
Very, very
I'm
hard
not
to
into
find.
white chocolate because it's not chocolate.
back in the...
And I wish people would stop calling it chocolate. It's not chocolate.
Well, it's made from
There's
cocoa
either dark
butter.
chocolate or there's
Milk
milk
chocolate.
chocolate. There's not white chocolate.
Well, it's made from cocoa butter.
Well, we might as well just make peanut butter chocolate.
All right, anyway, all right. So how do you score? I'll give this a B, an 87.
No, I'm gonna give this a C. It's just normal. Normal, like it's like this. You know, you even said there's not much to it. It's not much to it. So with that said, it's gonna get a C. I'm gonna give this a 75. Yeah, it's okay. It's not bad. You know, I mean,
Oh man,
it's not an IPA. Sorry.
No, it's a
You
good.
can't call it an IPA if it's not an IPA.
No, it's a good flavored pale ale. Yeah.
Yep. It's
All right.
either pale ale or an IPA. Nothing in between.
Flavored pale ale. All right, so thanks, folks. Sorry for the tragic results, and we're going to end this review by saying y'all go to Atlanta and take a brewery tour and say why.